It was a great apple when it came along in the 70s. It really gave us something good to sell in August. It's awful hard to get an apple that's really good in August. They just hard to find, and they're hard to breed. Now, what makes this vegetable thing a little bit difficult is the first tomatoes we plant, after about a month, the vines are in pretty bad shape and they're not producing very well. And those were the peppers and the zucchini and everything else. The summer squash. The winter squash is a one-time deal. You grow them and you pick them.
All right, we're live, so nobody swear, including me. All right, say hi, everybody.
Hi.
New staff, here they are. Be nice to them. There's Jen, she's old staff. There's Rach, she's old staff. There's Ariana, she's old staff. There's Marianne, she's old staff.
What I was getting to is we have to grow each one of these vegetables in series. In other words, you plant some, and then 10 days later you plant some more, and then 10 days later you plant some more, so that we always have fresh plants and fresh stuff coming in at maximum production. That's why you'll see tomato plants all different sizes. Anything else you want to know?
Do you have a favorite apple?
What's that?
Do you have a favorite apple?
Oh, everybody asks me that. I eat them all, but John O'Golds I thought would wipe out all the other varieties, but it hasn't. Tell you where about John O'Golds big, Europe. Europeans love them. For us, it just seems to be another apple.
Oh, we have our fans, for sure.
That apple that came in, that wealthy apple, that's good.
We have an apple we're picking right now. It's called a Wealthy because
That's
the guy found the apple and grew it, got wealthy back in the 20s. And it's a good quality apple. And don't be afraid to tell people about the apples. They don't know anything, most of them, and you're supposed to know. If you're selling cars, you're supposed to know about the car. If you're selling apples, you're supposed to know something about the apples. Listen to the older people in the sales room and pick it up. Pick up the information you need to sell them. It's a good early apple. It's got good balance between sugar and acid. That's what makes a great apple. If it's just pure sugar, like a Red Delicious, it's kind of blasé and boring after a while, right?
When's the Zestar coming?
Zestar is not a late apple. We'll have that probably the first week of September, along with a whole bunch more apples.
That's a good apple, too. You guys should try all the apples.
Somebody just watching said, I can't wait for the delicious, so.
What's your favorite product that you grow, or that you harvest?
I didn't hear you.
What's your favorite product that you harvest?
So the favorite thing you grow, Daddy.
The favorite product we grow.
Yes.
The favorite fruit or vegetable? Well, I'm a little partial to peaches.
Peaches are good.
You know, we're blessed with this Mexican family has one family. Come from a little town way down the south of Mexico, where all the good land is, I found out. They can pick you pick a peach tree 5 times. They pick a lot of the apple trees 2 or 3 times. Doesn't make things any easier because they don't all ripen at the same time on an apple tree or a peach tree. So you have to go through and just pick the ripe ones. And they can do this. I can't do it. And so when you buy our peaches, you're not getting just what's on the tree, which is the way everybody else picks them, the whole world. There's a guy down South Carolina who grows 6,000 acres of peaches. Now tell me that he's going through them 5 times. No, they're picking them all 2 weeks before they're ready, and putting them in a box and sending them off to ShopRite.
Yep.
That's the way it works when you got 6,000 acres. Anyway, these guys can pick them perfect, and but you'll still have customers that got to come in and squeeze 40 and buy 2.
That's nobody that's watching, I'm sure.
The other thing is the same guys pick all the corn. Corn ripens over a whole week. We'll go through corn, same rows 5 times some years, and you just pick the ones that are completely mature. And it's time consuming, it's difficult, but we have a reputation for corn.
And everything else.
That's why people come here.
So, I'll tell you my favorite thing to pick. Bad lighting here. My favorite thing to pick when I was a kid, we used to come down here and pick everything, obviously, cucumbers, eggplant, zucchini, I was telling everybody, tomatoes, was watermelon, because inevitably someone was going to drop one, and then it broke. And guess what? You got to eat it while you were, like, out here in the field dying because we never had water, we never had a hat, we never had sunscreen, we never had anything, and we were fine. It's amazing how that works, so... All right, so we're going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye. We'll see you in the store. Come see us. We're here every day, 9 to 6. Bye, everybody.